My name is Andries Lombaard. I'm the owner of EG Evolved Simulator Rigs. This is a business that we started in lockdown and has become quite substantial. Initially, the focus was on racing, and we do have a lot of racing simulation setups that's now available to the market, and we've really grown the business quite hugely in South Africa. The main interest is really supplying the infrastructure or the structures on which we mount all our steering wheels and pedals for sim racing. But at the same time, we also wanted to focus on something that's quite dear to my heart, is aviation. My first gaming PC I bought in 1991 specifically to do flight simulation, and over the years that's developed into something a little bit more substantial. And today I'm sitting on something that's really close to my heart, and that's a chopper rig. This chopper rig was built with the aim of just getting myself to be a little bit more immersed in flying. Specifically, the couple of hours that I spent on this rig probably amounts to around 40 or 50 hours, which is actually not a lot, but we're going to try and see if we can convert this expertise into real life flying today, and we're off to 360 Aviation to test the skills there.
I'm Tamron van Staden, and I'm the CEO of 360 Aviation. It's a helicopter flight training school on Wonderboom Airport. We specialize in helicopter pilot training, and we've been going since 2012. As with everything in life, it starts with a dream. We decided to expand and do aircraft maintenance as well. So that was the next step for us. As a flight school, it's just making sense to have a maintenance organization of your own, where you can control the maintenance on your machines and your fleet too. So we managed to get that right, had the maintenance organization now for quite a number of years. That's also going very well. And one of our latest expansions has been to train up aircraft maintenance engineers now as well. And that's where we're at now. So there's pretty much nothing that we don't do at the moment, and if we don't do it yet, we will do it. We always try to encourage prospective clients that are contemplating doing their helicopter licenses, not yet 100% sure, will I be able to do it or won't I? Will I be able to afford it? Am I going to enjoy it? We always encourage them, come and do an introductory flight. There's no strings attached. An introductory flight is an opportunity for you to be exposed to the helicopter. We give you an opportunity right from the very beginning to take the controls and feel what it feels like to actually fly the helicopter yourself for the very first time. So it's quite an exhilarating experience, and there are very few people that do not know whether or not they want to do helicopter pilot training after an introductory flight. So I'm pretty sure it'll answer any question you might have there. Today we've got Andries here for an introductory flight, and I'm told that Andries has some simulator experience. I believe that this is definitely going to help with your practical flying when it comes to actually physically going out there and going flying the helicopter. But I guess time will tell. We'll have to go out there and go and see how it goes. So when you climb into the helicopter for an introductory flight, you sort of take the passenger cap off and you put the pilot cap on. And the way we climb in, the way we approach this whole thing changes. Okay, so when you climb in, immediately the first thing we do is we put our hands and feet on all of our controls. And our hands and feet do not come off of those controls again until the blades stop turning and everything is safe to climb out. Okay, that's the habit you want to get into when you're doing this as a training exercise. then take us out and get us out to our playground, which we call the general flying area, and that's usually where we go and show you a couple of things in the air in terms of what each control does and how it works and how sensitive it is. And then afterwards we'll come back to the airfield again. We'll come and let you test your hand at some hovering. That's normally what shows us how well your simulator training has been. And then we'll come back, land, shut down, and we'll have a very quick debriefing in terms of how it all went. So we've just landed from Andries's introductory flight, and to give you an idea, we covered in the PPL syllabus exercise 1 to exercise 9 very, very quickly. Andries has managed to have a pretty stable hand throughout all the exercises, and so it's very evident that his simulator training and background has definitely supplemented the actual practical flying in the helicopter as well. Well done.
Well, what can I say? This is the real thing, and it's different, but it's also the same. So I was really able to apply a lot of my learnings, but I think it will definitely require a good amount of time to practice in some of the smaller, finer details of really putting in those small movements into the controls, especially when you're doing the hovering type work. I found the cruise and the turns and the decrease in airspeed and increase in airspeed relatively easy to adapt to. But the hovering work is something that really will require some more work. I managed to really, after a while, start finding that smaller balance that you need to just keep it there without over adjusting, and I think that's what one really needs to learn in real life. So definitely helped me. I kind of knew what to expect, but the real thing is always going to be slightly different.